This is FIBA Podcast. Thank you for joining us in our morning daily devotion.
Dearly beloved, Matthew 27, 12 to 24 gives us a glimpse of who Pilate was. We all have our own images of Pilate. At some point of time, we have all passed judgment on him. Today, I will invite you to take a fresh look at Pilate and his actions on that most defining night in the history of humankind. Pilate had an angry, wild, demanding mob in front of him. He had a disturbed, intuitively warning wife behind him. He had a ruthless government which would axe him without second thought if they perceived a law and order situation under his government. Most likely, he did not have the courage of his convictions to take a stand either way. Caught as it were between the devil and the deep sea, Pilate put his hope in what he perceived as the collective wisdom of the crowd. So he falls back on the custom of releasing a prisoner and offer the crowd the choice of Barabbas and Yeshua for release. He was perhaps hoping they would choose the meek and gentle Jesus over the blood-stained Barabbas. But the crowd shouted, "Barabbas, Barabbas." Pilate was disappointed. His wife's warning, his own instinct that the crowd had an invisible agenda behind the conviction of Jesus disturbed him. He continued to follow the indistinct hope in the crowd, somewhere vaguely hoping they would bail him out of his dilemma and save him from taking a stand for the right. Thus followed the dialogue or the argument with the irate and irrational crowd. What do I do with Yeshua? What crime has he committed? Well, Pilate's indistinct hope went nowhere. He had to own responsibility, which he tried not to, and so we label him as weak-willed. How about ourselves? When caught in catch situations, when we have to choose between two difficult choices, do we harbor indistinct hopes that somehow the situation would disappear or that someone or something would turn up to release us from making difficult decisions or choices? Do we sometimes harbor and nurture indistinct hope? Indistinct hope in the way of the world around us. Indistinct hope in the traditional or collective wisdom of culture. If we are, then perhaps we shouldn't be surprised when those indistinct hopes melt away and leave us high and dry to face our difficult choices. There is a way that seems right to man, but in the end it leads to death and destruction. Not a very wise place indistinct hope is, isn't it? Hope that lasts and stands us in good stead is not a concept but a person. The person who doesn't have to explain himself. The person who chooses not to reveal himself to the idol, but who promises to be found by the true seeker. The person who is the unshakable I am, the absolute ultimate truth, the one who promises to guide us with his eye upon us, whose voice we can hear telling us, this is the way, walk in it. Hope is not a feeling. Hope is the person of God.
Dear listener, we are here to stand with you in your time of need. We want to pray with you and for your prayer request. Do you need someone to talk to? We are here for you. Call us or send a message at +91 636 425 2164 +91 636 425 2164. God bless you.